Hey YouTubers, welcome back. As you know, in the previous video I broke the collar off the pulley. I've got it just put in there with a hammer, and I'm gonna go see my friend who's got the shop in town. Also, you guys can get a look at his shop, and if he's got any projects on the go, then we'll show you those as well. So we'll see you there shortly. So here we are at the shop. Gonna head on in. So here's Brendon from my Get Bent Metal. So what happened, Brendon, is I broke off the shaft collar here right off the pulley. Well, they saw it in the previous video, so what I'd like you to do is weld it back on for me. And you're the professional.
All right, well, let's see what we can do. We'll set up.
And I'll just show them your shop quickly before you start that. So there's a shop, it's pretty big. Just doing a 360 view there. So he's always got something on the go. There's some projects up here on the ceiling. So he's very artistic at the same time. There's a chopper bike there. There's some kind of table here on his worktop. There's a nice copper cabinet, or copper coated.
I strip some of the paint off there before we weld it so we don't get any
Oh, okay, that's what you're doing.
inclusions in the weld, so it's a strong, healthy weld.
So what are you welding it with today?
We're going to be using a TIG welder.
Okay. Is that better than using arc welding?
There's a little bit more control, and it's a finer weld, not necessarily a more heavy-duty weld, but for this light gauge stuff, it's easier to control the weld and do what you want. So let's give it a shot and see what we have here.
All right. So he's just about ready to get cracking on that now.
So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to lay down a couple tacks all the way around, so when we start to full weld that we don't distort anything or distort anything too much. So we'll just start laying down little micro tacks. So we're tacked all the way around, and I think we're good to go lay a few beads down now. Here's I'm going to come along here.
So here's that side weld. That looks awesome. That looks like it came from a factory. The reason why I brought it here is I know that when I put it back on the blower, it's not going to break off. I can do some welding, but not this good. Now he's going to weld part of the other side. So here's the finished product. So some people might be wondering, what are the little rods you're using over here?
Well, in MIG welding, it's more like a sewing machine. The wire is automatically fed through the gun to fill up the weld. With TIG welding, you have to manually put the filler metal into the weld as you go. It's more like gas welding, so we get a puddle going with the welder, and once the puddle is started, we manually feed in the wires we go.
So it's basically a manual version of MIG welding almost.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good job. So what other machines do you have in here? You have a plasma cutter, don't you?
Yeah, we have MIG welders, TIG welder. There's CNC plasma cutter for doing.
Now with the plasma cutter, is that all computerized?
Yes, it is. I put
from
the
this
image,
station here?
on this station here, I put the drawn image on the computer, and transferred onto the machine itself. And the machine automatically cuts out the shapes I want.
Oh, that's great. That's neat, man.
It saves a lot of time. It's an expensive tool, but in the end it saves a lot of time.
So you're a lot into the artistic side of welding, eh?
Yes, I went to art school, so that's kind of where my focus is, but it's not my only focus. Sometimes doing big, heavy I-beam work is fun too. It's all metal work, and
so you do the whole works.
I try to.
Okay. I see some stuff on the wall there. You do a lot of railings, I guess.
A lot of railings, a lot of gates, that kind of stuff. Chandeliers, I seem to do a lot of too.
I see on your YouTube channel you've got a octopus. What's that called again?
Well, that's like a table lamp that I've been working on for a while now. That's actually on the bench behind us.
Oh yeah, there it is. I didn't see it when I came in there. So how many hours would be involved in making one of those?
I've lost track of how many hours. There's quite a few though. There's a lot of hot work there with forge and anvil and the power hammer. I'm not sure. There'll be a few weeks of work in there at least.
So it's like kind of like a personal project?
Yeah, it has been. It's been an ongoing project for a while.
Oh, that's good.
Although it's just about finished, and I plan to get it certified, and I will put it up for sale. I'm not quite sure what the price tag on it is going to be yet, but if you can imagine, it took me 2 or 3 weeks to build, and the price will be matched accordingly.
So if people have a cottage or home, whatever, and they want custom-made stuff, you do that to their liking, eh?
Of course, of course. We have some pre-made chandeliers that we've been working on, but most of our work is custom one-of-a-kind pieces. So you come in and decide or we decide together what kind of item you'd like to have, and we work together and with a design, and then I build it.
So if people want to contact you, what's the best way?
Through our webpage is a good way. The email is right there. It's www.getbentmetal.com.
And I'll stick the web address for your YouTube channel and your website under the description of this video.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you very much,
Well,
Don.
Thanks a lot for welding my part there.
No problem. My pleasure.
We'll catch you around. Bye now.